Live from WRAL News headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Grab a jacket. It's chilly out there this morning. Some places in the 40s right now, but I'll show you when we climb back into the 80s coming up.
Childcare workers are rallying today for higher pay in Durham. Coming up, how the people who care for your kids say their wages are not enough.
And it's a must-win game tonight in New York for the Carolina Hurricanes. They'll be trying to keep their season going and bring the series back to PNC Arena for another game. They avoided a sweep over the weekend at PNC. They're still alive. Yay! Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle McConaughey in for an H2.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Great to have you along here on a Monday morning. Yeah, they know that back against the wall feeling, that must-win deal. Back in it again tonight. We'll see how it plays out. We have a nice sunrise right here behind us. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with that same view right now.
Isn't it beautiful? Everywhere, just a little bit of cloud cover adding to this gorgeous color in the sky. This is a live look at Roxborough right now. It just looks like somebody painted it, doesn't it? A little bit of a breeze. You can see the flags there on the courthouse lawn. It was a bit windy yesterday, so we're continuing to see that breeze kicking up a little bit this morning in spots. 56 degrees right now in the triangle, but temperature is at 43. Currently in Roxborough. Our dew point's way down at 47, so it feels very comfortable. We're going to sort of copy and paste the weekend onto today, but tomorrow and Wednesday will feel completely different. Again, it's 43 in Roxborough, 49 Southern Pines, 48 in Goldsboro. Checking our hour-by-hour forecast. It's a fast warm-up, and we do climb into the low 80s this afternoon. We will see increasing clouds and rain overnight, and tomorrow we have a level 1 risk of severe storms in our southern counties, and we also have the same thing again on Wednesday. We'll walk through those timelines coming up, Ken.
All right, Elizabeth, a beautiful day shaping up. Let's keep the good news going on the roadways this morning. No major crashes to report, particularly in the capital city. 87 coming in from Knightville free and clear this morning. The Beltline 40 as well, not a problem to report as well. I want to give you a closer look elsewhere in the Triangle in Durham and Chapel Hill. Similarly, all the major thoroughfares are delay free this morning. With that in mind, I'm going to give you an opportunity to see what's going on out there in I-40 and Rock Quarry Road. This really backs up what we're seeing on the sensors. Of course, we are here to make sure you know exactly what to expect when you head out in the mornings.
Today, officers who have died in the line of duty are being honored. Wake County is hosting its law enforcement memorial ceremony. WRAL's Laura Levine is at Hayes Barton Baptist Church in Raleigh, where that ceremony will be held. This is all, Laura, part of National Police Week.
It is. Good morning, Jeff. Community members and loved ones of fallen law enforcement officers, they will gather here at Hayes Barton Baptist Church behind me to honor and remember those who have served our communities as well as sacrificed so much. I want you to take a look at this video from last year. Today, 23 Wake County fallen law enforcement officers will be honored, including Officer Gabriel Torres from the Raleigh Police Department and Deputy Ned Bird from the Sheriff's Office. Larry Smith with the Durham County Fraternal Order of Police tells me it comes at a time where local departments are still struggling with morale and staffing. He shares what it takes for officers to truly feel appreciated.
Anytime you see an officer, letting them know that you support them, that you appreciate them. I think it's important for our local jurisdictions and state jurisdictions and national jurisdictions when it comes to pay, things like pay, and tangible things. To show how much you support what they do and how you compensate them, how you honor them.
They are expecting a big turnout here at the church later this morning. The ceremony gets underway at 10:30. The public is invited to attend. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Buildings and towers across our area will be lit up in blue to celebrate those who wear the badge. The WRAL Tower will be one of them. It'll light up in a dark shade of blue tonight. Raleigh Police Chief Estella Patterson and the Raleigh Police Department Foundation's chair will be at WRAL tonight as we light the tower. That will happen at 8 p.m. Fayetteville police are asking for your help finding a missing 12-year-old boy. Kylie Eddy was last seen yesterday on Terryton Road. He's 5 feet 6 inches tall, small build, last seen wearing a red and black T-shirt and red shorts. If you have any information, please call Fayetteville Police.
The people who take care of your children are looking for better pay and improved working conditions. At WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from Forest Hills Park in Durham. Kelsey, childcare workers are holding a rally there later today.
Michelle, dozens of people are expected to come here to Forest Hills Park for that rally. They're calling for higher pay for child care workers, a group so many families depend on. But let's put child care worker pay into perspective. The median wage for child care center staff is $12 an hour. The median wage is $9 an hour for people who offer child care at home. Those are the latest numbers from a statewide study. That pay is at least $9 less than the state's living wage, according to the Living Wage Institute. Today's rally comes as COVID funding for child care is about to expire. Without that funding, more than 1,000 child care centers could risk closing. So that rally starts tonight at 5 o'clock, and it will be open to the public. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Durham.
Good morning. I'm Chris Lovingood in the WRAL Live Center with some breaking news into the newsroom within the past 15 minutes. Look at this picture here. This is a photo of a house fire that happened in Durham. This is on Jubilee Lane. We know that there was a call around 4:30, according to fire investigators. They originally dispatched for just a fire alarm, and then that updated to an actual structure fire. And this is the result that you see there. We know that there are no reported injuries that have been reported, but we do know that there is one family that is displaced about this. And I do think it's worth noting that the fire department managed to get that fire out 15 minutes. We do have a crew headed to the scene to look at the aftermath.
All right, thank you, Chris. The man who police say shot and killed 2 people in Durham over the weekend is expected to be in court today. 32-year-old Brandon Eno faces 2 counts of first-degree murder and is in the Durham County Jail without bond. The first shooting happened shortly before 11:15 Saturday morning near the intersection of Southwest Durham Drive and Durham Chapel Hill Boulevard. Officers found a vehicle stopped in the right turn lane. A woman inside had been shot. Police have identified her as 32-year-old Jennifer Eno. She was rushed to the hospital where she died. And less than 10 minutes later, an off-duty Durham police officer, they heard gunshots in the Home Depot parking lot on Mount Moriah Road. The officer found 31-year-old Scott Snyder Jr. with a gunshot wound. Snyder was rushed to the hospital where he died. Police say Eno knew at least one of the victims. No word yet on the motive for the shooting or whether the victims knew each other.
Nearly 7,000 students are now Duke University graduates. They received their degrees during the university's centennial commencement ceremony Sunday morning. About 36 graduates walked out of the ceremony, though. They shouted "Free Palestine" as commencement speaker Jerry Seinfeld took the stage. The Jewish comedian has been outspoken about his support for Israel. Seinfeld didn't address the protesters or the war in Gaza in his commencement speech.
Fayetteville police are investigating a shooting that left a man dead there. It happened shortly before 5:30 Sunday morning on Seneca Drive. Police say they found 31-year-old Willie Russell of Fayetteville dead at the scene. He had been shot several times. No word on a motive or a suspect. Well, you're invited to share your thoughts about how Wake County plans to spend your tax dollars. The Board of Commissioners will have work sessions at 2 o'clock this afternoon to talk about the $2 billion budget. You can give your opinion by filling out a form on the county website, wake.gov. There will also be public hearings on the budget on May 20th and 21st. The board will then consider any proposed changes. Commissioners plan to vote on the budget June 3rd.
Tomorrow, voters will go to the polls to decide runoff elections for 3 Republican races. Those are the races for lieutenant governor, state auditor, and the 13th congressional district. In Orange County, the 3rd seat on the school's Board of Education will also be decided. For a full list of who's running, where you can vote, what you have to take with you, you can check out our voter guide on WRAL.com. Also tonight, the Canes will try to claw closer to coming back in their series with the New York Rangers, playing Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. Canes avoided the sweep with a Game 4 win Saturday night at PNC Arena. Now they'll try to get another one and force a Game 6, which will be back here in Raleigh. Puck drop for tonight's game is at 7 o'clock. And after tonight's game, be sure to check out our exclusive post-game show. It gets started at 11:25 only on WRAL.
A firefighter is hurt after working to put out a fire at a Nightdale home. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker got this video of the scene on Jumping Frog Lane last night. Several people are out of their homes because of the fire. The Red Cross is helping them. The firefighter was taken to the Chapel Hill Burn Center. We don't know the extent of their injuries. Also, no word on what caused that fire.
Today, a memorial service will honor the life of Sam Pelocci. The Department of Adult Correction officer is one of 4 law enforcement officers killed in Charlotte in that shooting 2 weeks ago today. This is video of a procession for Pelocci that happened on May 3rd. Pelocci had been with the department for 14 years. He's survived by his wife and 2 children. Today's memorial service gets started at 1 o'clock in Charlotte, and a funeral will happen afterward in Monroe.
Today, the hush money trial of former President Donald Trump enters its fourth week. Another high-profile witness will be taking the stand. Trump's former lawyer and personal fixer, Michael Cohen, will begin his testimony today. Cohen paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 as part of the plot to keep her quiet about her sexual encounters with Trump before the 2016 election. Prosecutors say the crime happened when Trump reimbursed Cohen for that payment. Trump denies the relationship. A Canes fan is recovering after being knocked out after Saturday night's game. Coming up, his family's search for the person or people who attacked him.
Also, McDonald's is lowering the price of some of its meals. The change coming as the high cost of fast food is keeping a lot of folks away.
And we're starting off sunny and cool this morning. We'll see a high of 81. And then tomorrow starts a much wetter pattern. We'll have showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. Each of those days has part of the viewing area in a level 1 risk. I'll show you coming up.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13, such a beautiful morning in our forecast here. As you step outside, temperatures are refreshingly cool. Our humidity is still low and the sunrise is gorgeous. A little bit of cloud cover out there. Those clouds will thicken up this afternoon as we see our next system approaching. We have some wet days in this forecast this week, but not today. 45 in Lewisburg, 47 in Tarboro. It's 46 in South Hill and 51 in Goldsboro. So it really feels pleasant out there this morning, and our temperatures will climb into the low 80s this afternoon. We'll be in the 40s and 50s up until around 9 a.m. And then later this afternoon, the clouds will thicken up. Overnight tonight, we may see a few light showers, and we're going to wake up to some wet conditions tomorrow morning. That will last all the way through Wednesday, and both Tuesday and Wednesday, we have parts of the viewing area in a level 1 risk. I'll show you who is in that coming up. Ken?
Elizabeth, all new in the WRAL Traffic Center. We've got a couple of crashes to report this morning. This one happened about 10 minutes ago on Atlantic Avenue in the southbound lanes near Wolfpack Lane. Right now, we're not picking up any delays on Atlantic Avenue, but if this is part of your morning commute, definitely keep an eye out for that police activity. Another crash that happened is on Capitol Boulevard in the southbound lanes. This is near Millbrook Road. If you have a morning commute that takes you to maybe Millbrook High School, Millbrook Middle, we're not seeing any delays in that intersection, but we'll keep you posted here in the WRAL Traffic Center.
A Canes fan is recovering after being knocked unconscious outside PNC Arena after the team's Game 4 win. This is video that was posted to social media. It shows the aftermath of what happened here. The crowd surrounding the man who was hit and working to hold back 2 other guys. The woman who recorded the video says the man was knocked out for about 30 seconds.
I was talking to a few people, and I heard that someone punched him and that's why he was down, and then someone else came in and was kicking him in the head.
The man's family says they are working with Raleigh police to try to track down the people who did this.
A controlled demolition of the biggest remaining part of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore is expected to get started tonight. Crews will use explosives to break down the span. It's about 500 feet long and weighs about 600 tons. Demolition was supposed to start yesterday, but was delayed because of weather. The span needs to be demolished before the ship that hit the bridge in March can be removed.
If you own a home in Wake County, you have until Wednesday to appeal your recently assessed property values for free. The revaluation covers more than 425,000 properties. It reflects fair market value as of January 1st this year. Taxpayers can formally appeal to the Board of Equalization and Review. You should provide documentation supporting your case. The board hearings happen at the Wake County Commons building, and you don't need to be there when they happen.
The person to receive a genetically modified pig kidney transplant has died. Rick Slayman died on Saturday. He underwent the transplant surgery to get the pig kidney 2 months ago in Boston. Surgeons said they believe the kidney would last for at least 2 years. The transplant team says there is no indication that Slayman died as a result of the transplant. His family thanked the doctors for their effort, which gave them a few more weeks with their loved one.
Hundreds of people were delayed for hours after two planes made contact at the Cleveland airport. This happened about 8 o'clock last night. Passengers were boarding a Spirit flight when the wingtip of a Delta plane hit theirs. No one was hurt on either plane. Both planes were removed from service, and the airlines needed to find new planes for their passengers. If you picked up fast food lately, you've noticed the prices. They're higher than usual, and they may have surprised you. Well, now McDonald's says it is looking to make meals less expensive for you. McDonald's plans to roll out a $5 menu, a value meal, to try to bring back its customers. The chain saw a profit loss in the last quarter for the first time in years. Sources say the new meals could include a McChicken or McDouble, chicken nuggets, fries, and a drink.
The National Weather Service has confirmed 3 tornadoes touched down near Tallahassee on Friday. One person died when a tree fell onto her home. The tornadoes damaged many buildings and knocked down trees. Tens of thousands of people were without power. And the weather here, a lot different, thank goodness. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner has a look around town. A little chilly right now. We're going to warm up nicely, but we are going to see some of that rain this week.
Yeah, our number's going to come up starting tomorrow, but we have another day, just like we saw over the weekend, where temperatures are cool. We're seeing lots of sunshine, and maybe just a touch breezy as well. This is a live look at Goldsboro. We have Apex, we have Chapel Hill, courtesy of Top of the Hill Restaurant, and of course, our newsroom there in Fayetteville, just looking beautiful across our area. This high pressure system has sat across our area, bringing us the sunshine all weekend long and some cool temperatures. High pressure systems rotate clockwise. That high has been helping to draw down some cooler air. It's starting to slide eastward, though, and as it does, we start to get into this. Our wind will become southwesterly, and we'll start to see some of the showers and thunderstorms that are down along the Gulf Coast lifting up into our area. Right now, we're looking at some severe thunderstorm warnings there across the line of Mississippi and Alabama, and they just posted a new severe thunderstorm watch. This is a level 3 risk for severe storms across parts of the Gulf Coast. We get into a level 1 risk for tomorrow and Wednesday for parts of our viewing area. We're going to wake up tomorrow morning to some light showers. Notice even as early as 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, a little bit of light patchy rain. We get closer to 9 or 10, and there may be some embedded thunderstorms here. You can see the yellow and orange color contours there at lunchtime, and then that moves out mid to late afternoon. But it's not over. We'll see more rounds coming in on Tuesday and for Tuesday night and Wednesday as well. This is a look at Tuesday's level 1 risk. Parts of Moore County, all of Hoke County, parts of Cumberland and Sampson County in that level 1 risk with the potential for some damaging winds. And then we also have that chance on Wednesday. Here's a look at Wednesday. Again, starting in the morning, the chance of a few light showers, and during the afternoon, you can see how everything turns yellow there with that good chance of some scattered thunderstorms. Thursday, it looks like we'll have a dry day before we're back to some showers and storms on Friday and Saturday. So looking like a wet week. On Wednesday, here's our level 1 risk. It's from Raleigh eastward all the way up almost to Roanoke Rapids and down towards Fayetteville, Clinton, and Goldsboro in that potential for damaging winds. 80% chance tomorrow, 60% chance on Wednesday. Thursday, for the most part, should be dry, but again, we're back to another chance on Friday and Saturday. So we do have a good chance for some good soaking rains, looking at anywhere from about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain for the next 5 days, all the way through Friday. Again, we're going to tack on Saturday to that chance of showers and thunderstorms with a 40% chance. But Sunday right now, looks like it'll be dry. Warm over the weekend with highs in the mid-80s. Ken?
6:20, Elizabeth, we continue to monitor a couple of crashes that popped up in the last 20 minutes or so. This one is Atlantic Avenue in the southbound lanes near Wolfpack Lane. Right now, we're not picking up any delays on Atlantic Avenue, but definitely look for some police activity in that area if this is part of your morning commute. Also, we're monitoring this crash as well. This one on Capitol Boulevard in the southbound lane near Millbrook Road. Again, we're not picking up any delays in that area, but watch for that police activity and make sure you're navigating that area slowly to give officers an opportunity to work that crash scene safely.
Thanks, Ken. Authorities arrested another person after an inmate escaped from Georgia and ended up here in the Triangle. The new charges being filed after this arrest on an Amtrak train.
And the tornado tears through a church while a service is happening inside. The pastor says it's a miracle that nobody was hurt.
And here are your winning lottery numbers on your screen right now.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
A Pennsylvania college graduation is going viral for the wrong reason.
This is great. Ken Smith here now with what's trending, Ken.
Jeff, Michelle, Ken, easy names to pronounce, right?
Right.
All right. Well, take a listen to how graduates were announced at Thomas Jefferson University.
Sayer Uvun Jinju Brinan. Tamulme Thomas.
Yeah. Tube May, how do you get, anyway. The presenter said she was given phonetic spellings of the names instead of the actual spellings. The school issued an apology for what it called an unfortunate error.
Oh my goodness. And as you can imagine, this has millions of views online with people commenting, saying, how did she get this wrong? These names are so easy to say. One person commented that they should make this an SNL skit because it is just so outrageous. I mean, Thomas, Tamume, I mean, yeah.
Susan, Virginia.
Yeah.
I mean, easy stuff. Just got botched.
Yeah. Like you said, Michelle, this is an SNL skit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So how about this for perseverance? Just when you thought Hollywood had no new ideas, how about a movie about a movie? I Play Rocky is in the works. It's the true story about how Sylvester Stallone wrote Rocky and negotiated to play the lead himself.
Wow.
Because nobody knew him.
No, he was relatively, you're right, unknown, and he jumps into that spot as the lead. They're going to parade this around the Cannes Film Festival, and it's been years in the works, but I mean, you can't go anymore. There can't be like a Rocky 27, right?
So you there's so many of them.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Right? Switch it up.
A prequel, maybe. Yeah.
It's very cool, though.
All right. Thanks, Ken. Well, tonight, the final 9 contestants compete on The Voice. That includes 2 from right here in North Carolina. Tay Lewis of Goldsboro and Josh Sanders of Kannapolis. They will both perform in tonight's live semifinals. Viewers will vote to decide the 5 singers who will move on to the next week's season finale. You can watch it happen tonight at 8 o'clock on WRAL.
Kentucky Derby winner Mystic Dan will keep his quest for the Triple Crown alive. The horse's owners announced this week the 3-year-old colts will run in the Preakness Stakes Saturday. And if Mystic Dan wins that race, he will have a chance to win the Triple Crown next month at the Belmont Stakes.
Childcare workers are rallying today for higher pay in Durham. Coming up, how the people who care for your children say their wages are not enough.
And we're checking out that school day forecast. It's chilly out there. You want to send the kids out in their shorts and T-shirts, but we're in the 40s and 50s this morning, so a jacket feels comfortable. We'll see temperatures near 80 degrees after school with thickening clouds and then rain tonight and tomorrow. I'll show you how much we'll see coming up.
And dozens of students walk out from Duke's graduation ceremony. Reaction from their fellow grads after they left in protest of Speaker Jerry Seinfeld.